right. Hello, everybody. Another episode of Late Night Stock Talks. We are here on this Sunday night, discussing stocks. Let me tweet this link out so that the world knows, or at least the Twitter followers know, that I am live. That's important. How's everybody doing on this rough night? How are we all doing on this rough night? It wasn't really it wasn't a good market day, we'll say that. It was pretty rough. Not as good as it should have been. Hola, Monty Keela. Hello. Let me tweet this link out. Live now, talking about the bloody market today. Boom. That's out. One watching, only me. Well, it's 11 now. USA, LO, Telugu. You do vlogs? Magician vlogs? That's interesting. I had a magician phase. I mean, like, when I'm telling you I had a magician phase, it was a magician phase. Monty Keela, very nice. You. The Wolf brother, what's up, bro? The bottom is near. I think that's the question that is on everyone's mind. Is the bottom actually near, or is it never gonna come? DJ Precise 123 says hopefully. Yeah, I mean, like, look, like, the NASDAQ is down 22% since November. Since its all-time highs in November. So, like, when you're talking about things are down. Things are pretty bad. Question is, how bad is it going to stay? And how bad does it ultimately go over time? DeWolf says Green Day tomorrow. I mean, look, you could say it's a green day, but, like, the way this is looking... The Chinese markets are getting decimated. China's trying to help Russia with their military, so it's like that's not the best. Let's go to these stocks right now. As you can see, lots of red was here during the day. Lots and lots of stuff fell. If we go to ARK almost dropped below $50, which would be quite insane. In fact, there's this Reuters article that came out. Karan, what's up? Chicken Genius Singapore says recession is close. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see if the recession actually is close. Wow, you'd be a good magician, as you can present well. Bro, I was a magician. Like, I literally had a magician phase when I was doing magic. It was back in 2010, 2013. Like, I was actually, like, playing with cards and stuff. That just ended out not, like, working out and becoming a real thing. And then I got into stocks, I guess you could say. It's like that's where my main focus is now. Yo, Amit, Drippy, Showcat, what's up? If we get a 25 basis point raise, then it should be a green day. Yeah, I mean, I doubt we're gonna get a 50 basis point raise. That would be a little weird if we get 50 points. It's probably not gonna be that much. Because, like, I think the Fed has seen what's happened with the market, right? And if the Fed has seen what happened in the market already, then it is a little bit harder for them to straight up just, like, tank the economy. Like, they would, I don't know if they would tank, but it would really decimate it if interest rates went up that much. That's what I'm saying. And, like, I don't think the Fed or JPOW wants to necessarily deal with that right now. Who is dry powder ready to average down? So I have dry powder. I just don't know if I should average down right now. Like, that's the thing. I have dry powder. I'm not comfortable averaging down at this moment. Because I don't know. I don't know what things are going to be like. Reuters is pronounced Reuters, not Reuters. Reuters. Ah, you're right. It is pronounced Reuters. I'm going to call it Reuters, though, because, like, Reuters is more fun. Let me show you this Reuters Kathy Wood article. It came out 5 hours ago. Let's go to it right now. How Wall Street star Kathy Wood is defying her doubters. Wall Street stock picker has seen her fortunes wane over the past year as her flagship fund has lost 13 billion bucks in market value. Yet investors have continued to buy into her vision, not only holding tight but plowing more than 2 billion in additional net inflows into the fund ARC, into her firm ARC. So she's gotten $2 billion of additional flow, essentially buying the dip, right? More people have wanted her to buy the dip. People like to bet on someone and look someone in their face and see their conviction. That has helped override any concerns that the fund is broken. So they're really betting on Kathy. You know, like when you're betting on a startup that doesn't have any traction or that's just an idea, you're betting on the individual, right? You're betting on the person and you're betting on their willpower to like put something into existence. You're not necessarily betting on the idea. Like the idea is cool, but you're betting on that person. So it's like they're betting on Kathy at this point. They're not just betting on ARC. They're betting on Kathy, which is the interesting. While much has been written about the decline of her ARC Innovation Exchange, Trade to Fund the story is the first to draw on a range of interviews with about a dozen ARC employees. Wood-related... so this goes in depth. Okay, so we'll get back to that later, but... yeah, interesting. Interesting stuff. Average down a bit. Bro, I've done my averaging down. Like, I did the averaging down. Now I'm just like... that's a lot. Chris talking about Databricks is really making me think about having all my eggs in one basket with Palantir as my data AI play. So you're talking about Showcat of putting it... yeah, well, Databricks has to go public first for you to even diversify. Databricks is not going public anytime soon. Like, let me show you guys an article. Databricks CNBC. This is an article I actually covered. Yeah, this is guys, when I was making YouTube videos... all right, I'm going to show you this stuff. So let me go to my YouTube channel and let me show you like the oldest videos. Look at this video right here. Amazon, Facebook, and Google just invested in a new company valued at $28 billion. This was talking about Databricks at the time. I had no idea what... look at this, guys. Like, I had no idea what Databricks was, by the way. I was just like, oh, they invested in Databricks. This was the article I was referencing. Feb 1st, almost a year ago, 2021. Databricks is valued at $28 billion, and there's some major holders that have equity in it. They're either going to get bought out or go public. I think now their valuation is like $37 billion or something like that. They can only get bought by a big tech company. There is no one that can spend up to $70 billion, which would be double the valuation, which is at least what shareholders would like expect, right? To make this purchase, which means only big tech can do it. Which big tech company is buying Databricks? It's not Google. Google and Facebook can't buy anything. Amazon they are going to have a hard time buying it. Especially because maybe they could buy with AWS, but 70 billion bucks, like that's how much AWS makes in a year. I'm not sure they want to disclose that. Microsoft already bought Activision for 71 billion. Netflix shouldn't even be considered big tech in my opinion. So it's like, I think it's going to be a while before Databricks goes public. And if that's the case, the question just becomes, when should you actually have a chance to diversify your portfolio? But I agree. I mean, you don't have to have all your eggs in Palantir. Hexen, what's up? Love more mine talking about Black Sky. There's nothing to really talk about. I don't know much about the internal finances. I know that the finances are bad in the company. They're not the best. But I do know that the tech is really, what do you call it? Geospatial intelligence, meta constellation oriented. It uses a lot of AI at the edge stuff. It provides a lot of data to Palantir's meta constellation product. I think they're a SPAC that's struggling, just like all SPACs that are struggling right now. And I think it's going to give them... we're going to have to wait until they actually are able to pop up. But, we're going to have to see. We don't know for a while. But Black Sky is not a company I would necessarily... and I've said this a lot of times. I don't invest in the Palantir SPACs. I invest in Palantir because I think of it as an ETF for the SPAC. So, that's how I think about it. So glad that annoying Tom guy is not here. Amit, did you ever watch Ray Dalio's New World Order video? So I saw some of the video. I have not read the book yet. Ray Dalio is an interesting guy. You know why Ray Dalio is interesting? Because Ray Dalio, he's cool with China to some extent. And I'm not saying you can't be cool with China, but he doesn't necessarily talk bad about China. And that's primarily because I think he has some business in China. So how much are you down relative to your net worth? Bro, relative to my net worth, I'm basically broke. Most of my net worth is in the stock market. So yeah, I'm down. Let's watch this video real quick, right? This is Ray Dalio talking about China. This is what makes me a little skeptical about this guy, but let's watch.
Associates founder Ray Dalio is urging countries, including the United States, to narrow their wealth gaps while praising China's drive for common prosperity. He says China's push boosts talent and fairness. Let's get more from Bloomberg's Tom McKenzie. It's a really interesting take then by Ray Dalio, suggesting that perhaps we misunderstand the push to common prosperity here in the West. We impose meaning on it maybe that isn't there in China. What's your take on what we've heard from Ray Dalio?
Yeah, Ray Dalio, he's rarely uninteresting when it comes to China, sometimes and often controversial, but this is a line again, as you say, he's saying foreign investors have misunderstood this common prosperity push by Xi Jinping and his team. He says it's about distributing wealth more fairly and ensuring that there's greater opportunity in boosting the talent pool as well. Of course, investors will look at the MSCI China index over last year and the 20% plus losses that paid off in terms of their investments there, or lack of payoff. And of course, it puts them at loggerheads with the likes of George Soros and Scott Minard as well, who essentially say China is uninvestable. There's the context as well, important context, that Ray Dalio has been managing China's money since 1993, about $5 billion from its sovereign wealth fund and its state administration of foreign exchange. So he has skin in the game, and longer term, even if you do see more equality across the board as a result of this, the short-term pain is very real. You just need to look.
So I mean, like, the guy manages $5 billion in China. He never, like, I'm not saying the common prosperity thing is bad. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's he's an interesting dude, because when he's talking about the New World Order, I'm not sure he believes like democracy and Western values are the basis for that New World Order. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But he's an interesting dude. Obviously super successful, super rich, right? Super whatever you want to call about him. But an interesting guy to sort of like see the perspective of the world by. I think he has a lot of open views. I think the thing I'm understanding as I get older, guys, is everyone has a money incentive at the end of the day. It's just that simple. Kathy has a money incentive. Ray has a money incentive. Like, all these thought leaders that we look up to as like these revolutionary thinkers, they're all influenced by money at the end of the day, including myself, if I ever become at that level. And I hope to have money be the least biggest influencer of what I try to do. So it's like, if they're influenced by money and they're saying stuff about, like, you have some people who don't invest in China and they criticize China very deep. I mean, when the CEO of Alibaba, or the founder, says something remotely bad and disappears for 2 months, that's scary, right? So when you're like, you're like, common prosperity is great. It's like, well, wait a second. Like, what means do you have to go to get that common prosperity? Because if it's an authoritarian dictatorship, maybe that's not the best. So that's why, like, I pay attention to these people, but I don't take them at face value all the time. It's hard to do that. I say that too if I was long China and they are backing Russia. Yeah, that's a good point. Is Palantir going under $10? Let's look at the Palantir chart. Palantir is likely going under 10. Now, I hope I eat those words tomorrow. But as of now, it's rough. We're in a little bit of a doozy right now. Now, we had a good, like, last week, right? We got to 12, so like things were looking up. And then it just right down to the bottom. It's rough, man. I mean, this is a time in the market, like, no stock. Name me a stock that's doing well. Like, even the SPACs, like Cellularity is a Palantir SPAC. It got to $10, right back down to the bottom. Like, I don't know if Q1 earnings are going to be great for Palantir, because the governmental contracts are not really going to come in for a couple of, like, extra quarters. Look at SPY down at 417. And then the SPACs are going to have to realize, or not realize, but they're going to have to report on their EPS that the SPACs have major losses. And then it's a question of if they were able to grow. And like, I expect Q1 maybe is not as amazing. Like, they were going to have tremendous commercial growth to be able to justify, good stuff there. I guess I will see. China isn't so hot on human rights, so that's kind of ironic. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. It's weird. It's weird. Unfortunately, wealth does not improve judgments and in fact creates blind spots. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm so confused about if wealth actually makes you someone who has any meaningful perspective on the world. Like, let's say you're a billionaire. Does your perspective on the world actually have some value? Now, the first argument for why your perspective on the world has value is because of what it took to make $1 billion. Let's say you didn't get it from daddy's money, right? Let's say you built something and you have to get $1 billion. It's difficult. It's not easy to do that. And if you did do that, your perspectives on the world, your philosophies on how you get to $1 billion, usually if you create something that's worth $1 billion, it's something that has value for people, meaning like when you put it out into the world, other people in the world consume it, right? So if other people in the world consume it, meaning a product or service, that means those billions of dollars that were created as a result of what you put out into the world was meaningful in some capacity, was substantial. So it's like, if you made those billions of dollars, doesn't your perspective on the world matter more? Right? Like matter in the sense of you did something that is differentiated from the crowd, because most people don't make $1 billion. And as a result of doing that, there was a fundamentally different orientation or trajectory you have in the world. So Ray Dalio, lots of billions of dollars. I guess it's just a question of like, how much money is that? How much money is like, how much money does that, like, does that money actually influence the nature of his perspective on the world? Yo, I love all right, so my friend just texted me. Her name is Mona. Oh, that's hilarious, bro. One of my best friends, she just texted me, should I buy Palantir? All your subscribers seem to love it. Bro, Mona, I don't know if you noticed, this channel, literally all we do is talk about. Percentage in red comment is me right now. Sherry, are you? Oh, Mona, you are in the chat. I thought your brother was just in the chat. You are in the chat. So, guys, if you don't know, Mona is one of my best friends. Should I show a picture of her? No, she's probably gonna get. Nah, I shouldn't show a picture of her. She's one of my best friends. She is a girl, and she is my friend. And you know, we explored the nuances of that dichotomy for those who've experienced that before. But nonetheless, she's now just a really good friend, and she is in this chat. She never turns into my chats, but she's there. What are your thoughts on Spotify and Teledoc? Spotify, I am not bullish on, because selling a $10 subscription per month for music to me is not a good business model, because like the 95% of the revenue goes back to the record label. So it's like, where's the margin? Advertising they're trying to go for, but they're not going to win ads, in my opinion, if they just keep buying premium audio. Like, you don't buy premium audio to sell ads against it. It's the Netflix model, but like the Joe Rogan premium audio is like top of the funnel brand awareness to get them to buy the subscription. I think YouTube Premium is a way better play than Spotify, because the music is, you get free, you get ad-free videos. Like, I'm not a big fan, but I know that people are so emotionally attached to their music. That's what gives Spotify their moat, because they were like, that's pure first mover competitive advantage, like business 101 type of stuff. So yeah, I think that's why Spotify, you know, I wouldn't buy Spotify. Like, why are you buying a music app? Like, I don't, like, that's the business you want to invest in, an app that, like, music is you can get music from anywhere. What is the moat of Spotify? Music? Like, bro, you get music from anywhere. So it's just like, it's like, I don't know why it's that important. It's like, it's music from anywhere. Yeah, so I'm not bullish on music. Now, the context, let me know if you have a counter argument to that, because I don't have a counter argument to that. Now, Teledoc, I don't know what the hell's going on with Teledoc. Teledoc's like $80. That was like $400 at one point. I'm not messing with Teledoc. But yeah, nonetheless. Kelly, Mona, huh? Hello, Kelly. How are you? I hope you are doing well today. Mona knows about you, Kelly. So if Mona, if you're still here, you've probably heard about her before. Abe says Palantir, should I add? Yes, but like, it could go down. It could go very, very, very much down. I'm about 5% down for the year, but beating the indexes. Hey, that's good, man. If you're beating the indexes, sheesh. The indexes are hard to beat. Had to get more chips today since I keep buying all this dip. Ryan, my guy, happy you're here. Yeah, I'm not buying the dip anymore, because I bought enough of the dip. I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm so tired of buying the dip. Thoughts on DraftKings? I don't get the mode of DraftKings either. Like, these are these speculative weird stuff. It's like gambling, bro. Like sports gambling. Like Kathy Wood. How many shares does Kathy Wood have? Let's go to this. Kathy Wood ARK Fund. How many shares does she have of DraftKings? Also, they had horrible earnings the other day, right? They had like ridiculous guidance. We got to pull that up. DraftKings earnings. It was bad. Like, it wasn't good. Yeah, they fell 21%. Okay, so first let's go to the fund. It's in the innovation fund because, you know, gambling is innovative. I hate to crap on Kathy, but it's just like, I don't get anymore. Look at this. 250 millions. 250 M's. Remember that line in that Drake song? Kobe about to lose 150 M's. Kobe, I hate it had to be him. Like, this is wild, bro. 250 M's in DraftKings. And then let's look at their earnings. Now, what you can't judge an earnings on one quarter, but like still, DraftKings beat estimates in its fourth quarter earnings results. Shares fell after they. So let's go to their guidance. I think that's what it is. Revenue, they were up about 30 million bucks. They lost 35% share versus 81 cents estimated. They expected adjusted EBITDA loss between almost 800 to 925 million. It's spending way more on marketing as it launches in new markets, which is fine. I mean, you got to spend on marketing. I've seen the DraftKings ads before on YouTube, before I had YouTube Premium. They were annoying. They weren't good ads. Now, they were targeting New Jersey because New Jersey made it legal. Revenue was 1.7 to 1.9. Guidance from to a range of 1.85 to 2. The company said the position reflects the reflective mobile launch. Yeah, so analysts did not like this report, and they dropped to 21%. And I think the question is, like, do you think the world is going to be gambling on DraftKings? I think sports betting is a big market. I just don't know if, like, it's the most innovative company in the world to bet on. That's all. Like, Spotify is the best AI recommendation engine. For music, yes. For a podcast, it does not. Absolutely does not. Like, if you, bro, I've talked to way too many people who go to Spotify. They're like, I don't even know what content is on there outside of music. For music, I agree with you. It's up there. But like for everything else, and I think music is not the big market, because what is the music market? All you do is you stream songs, you give artists pennies on the dollar, and then record labels take 95% of that. Like, how is that like, now granted their TAM is unlimited because they're a consumer facing enterprise, but I just don't get like the moat of music. I just don't get it. Showcat, you said I will never tell you what happened with Kelly. There's nothing to tell you what happened with Kelly. There's like, she said it right there. He broke my heart. That's basically what I did, guys. I broke her heart. That is that's what happened. Let's go with that. Even though that's not what happened, but let's go with that. You know, didn't Michelle Obama say when they go low, we go high? So I'm going, yo, RK just said, Kelly, are you a catfish or real? Yo, I'm not going to lie. I feel like everyone has that question in the beginning, right? Are you a catfish or are you real? No, she's real. She's not a catfish. Does whatever, maybe I should join Kelly's Patreon instead of a, first of all, Kelly doesn't have a Patreon because like, why would she have a Patreon? But if she does have a Patreon, I'm assuming you guys might want to join. Dwight Schaller, come on, Amit. What's up, Dwight? How are you? More like Scared Money by YG featuring J. Cole. That's my mood right now. Yo, I think I heard that song. It's a new song, right? Yeah, it's like Scared Money Don't Make No... Bro, that's the thing. Scared Money Don't Make No Money. That's the thing. Like, so I'm down almost 20 grand in the market. Like, how much am I down today in the market? Let's just look at this. I didn't check it today. How much am I down? On Palantir, I am down $19,643. Scared Money Don't Make No Money. It's just that's the case. That's the case. It's like, someone said something about Spotify real quick. Hello from Sweden. Palantir is now a new part of my portfolio. The only stock I own that I don't understand 100%. Any clip that gives a good understanding of the company for a simple Sweden. So Sweden, go through my channel. Go organize it from oldest to newest, and then click on the channel called the video called "Why I Spent $25,000 on Palantir," and then just start going down from there. I'll create a playlist in the future that's like Palantir 101. That'll give you really, really quick like answers. But if you start watching a couple of my older videos from November, you'll get a really good understanding of what Palantir does. Your late night stream is very early for the West Coast, bro. Yeah, it's true. It's like 7 p.m. on the West Coast, right? I've had a job for 30 years and have finally made it to $500,000 net worth. First of all, that's very good. Having $500,000 is amazing. So shout out to you, please, Morden. And definitely can't judge your progress against other people. Having that amazing net worth is amazing to have. All right, y'all keep talking about Kelly, bro. There is no story. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, you know, like I'm a heartbreaker. Isn't there I wish I could play that Justin Bieber song. There was a song from 2013 from Justin Bieber called Heartbreaker. It's probably one of the best songs on the planet. I'm a heartbreaker. I don't know what you want me to do. Like, that's just how I am. No, I'm just kidding. Kelly, don't take that seriously. There is no story. All right, here's the story. If it's that interesting. We were flirting on Twitter. And then I was basically like, all right, this is like really, really aggressively flirting in public for no reason. So I was like, we probably shouldn't do that anymore. That's the story. And then she got kind of sad. And I'm just like, all right, I can't do anything about that. But she's not really sad about it. Like, she plays this character that's sad. That's the fun part of this whole thing. She's not actually sad about it. Now, if you ask why do we stop flirting on Twitter so publicly, it's because like my Twitter is not really meant to be like flirting, right? It's meant to be more stocks, philosophical advice and stuff like that. So like, if people are seeing me like flirt like, I don't know, that's kind of weird. That's not the brand of the Twitter. And at some level, you kind of gotta, you can't be showing that much when people expect it for the brand, because that's just not why people follow, you know. So that's it. That's the story. There you go. Heartless by Kanye. So Mars says, I'm down 80,000 on open. Bruh. That's a lot. People who have 2 times 5 your sub count don't even have your numbers on live stream. Yeah, I mean, first of all, shout out to 134 people watching. If anyone wants to like the video, that would be awesome. Please give it a like. We're at 30 likes, 134 likes. That would be great. And also, there's a Patreon in the description. It's $5 a month, $60 a year. You get access to the Discord. Supports the channel a lot. We have 50 Patreons right now. The Discord is popping. It's fun. It's exciting. Tons of research. If any of this content gives you value for $5 a month, I would appreciate if you guys check it out and join. So yeah, if all 130 of you joined right now, bro, if all 130 of you joined, that would just be like crazy if that could happen. But I know a lot of people don't care that much. But if like even 10 of you tonight joined, that would be amazing. Because I think it's going to grow a lot, especially with the project I'm coming out this week. You guys, I got an announcement this week. I have yet to share it yet, but around Thursday, I'm going to announce it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good announcement. I think that's going to grow a lot of things, especially in the Palantir community. Anastasha says, hi, I need a support group. The stock market is breaking my heart. First of all, if you need a support group, the Patreon in the description, definitely check that out. But second of all, the support group are these late night stock talks. So we're all going through it. One of the things that's very important to understand, everybody, is we're all going through it. We are all down money. This is not the roaring 20s as was promised by Leonardo DiCaprio. I always say his name wrong, yo. One time I called him Leonardo DiCaprio. I was just like, but he's the best, what's he called? He's the best actor ever. How come I call him Leonardo DiCaprio? Noah, I'm coming to your Discord, no cap. All right, I'll see you there, Noah. Looking forward to it. But like, we're all down, right? So if we're all down, we have to all deal with this existential reality that we are all down money. We are all down thousands of dollars. Mark the Golf Addict, why aren't you nimble buying? Bro, I've been nimble buying. You guys did you guys not see this video? All right, I think we got to show you this video. I don't know if you guys missed it, but if you missed it, you need to watch it, okay? I made this video last week revealing my entire Palantir stock purchases last month in position size. Now, let's get to this calculator. Right here. Here we go. Hold on, where is it? Where is it? I have spent $11,616 in the past 2 months on Palantir. Now, I don't know how much money you guys have, but that's a lot of money for me. It's getting to the point where I'm like, I'm not buying anymore. I'm happy with my average. I would love to buy more, but I don't have the crazy level of income to just be buying more. So I bought the dip. I bought the dip. I bought the dip. I bought the dip. I bought the earnings dip. I bought the dip. I bought the dip. The dip has been bought. Now it's a question of like waiting and being patient at this point. There's nothing really more I could do. LOL, that plug. I hate plugging because I hate when YouTubers do it and stuff, but it's just like, if you don't plug sometimes, it's very difficult to get anything to happen, you know? His movies are crappy, bro. Okay, Showcat, I think you gotta leave the Discord, bro. Leonardo DiCaprio's movies are not... First of all, put in your top 3 Leo movies. To me, it's Wolf of Wall Street, Inception, and then... Ryan says you don't have that Sachin money. Yeah, I don't have that Sachin money. Wolf of Wall Street, Inception, and what's the other one? Why am I forgetting it right now? Oh, maybe I would say Great Gatsby based on acting, but there's more enjoyable. Oh, what's that one? The Departed. Leonardo is the best actor. It is a shame that this man didn't win the Oscar for Wolf of Wall Street, first of all. Like, an absolute shame. That is insane. Like, I think Matthew McConaughey won it that year for Interstellar. And it's like, cool. Or no. American Hustle, some guy won it. He didn't win it. And it's like, he should have, like, Wolf of Wall Street was, he won it for Revenant, but I never watched Revenant because I was just like, this is kind of stupid. Like this guy in a forest. I was like, I don't care too much. And I think the Academy kind of gave it to him from a pity perspective. But Wolf of Wall Street was just amazing. Wolf of Wall Street deserved it. Okay, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I think was the worst film of Leonardo DiCaprio's career. I watched it and I couldn't get through it. I was like, this is disgusting. Like, what am I watching right now? Like, why? Like, I didn't and I know it had a big like Brad, I was about to say Brad shit, Brad Pitt and all that stuff, but I didn't get it, bro. I just didn't get it at all. But you know, Wolf of Wall Street and Inception were the only good ones. I dislike Great Gatsby a lot. Yeah, so I have a personal relationship with Great Gatsby because I went on a date with a girl and we watched The Great Gatsby. So that's why that song and that Young and That Beautiful song by Lana Del Rey, that's entrenched in my memories from college. So that's why that movie will always be special to me. Granted, I went to use the bathroom right when like the green light comes up, which is like the climax of the film. So I kind of missed the whole point of it. But I didn't care because I was like, I'm on a date. Like, I don't really care about this movie. But nonetheless, the movie does have an impact on me. But Wolf of Wall Street and Inception, I've seen many, many times. And like, those are the... Oh, Titanic! How did I forget about Titanic? Thank you, ERP Pro. Titanic. Camo, that's you, Cameron, right? Thank you for being in the chat. I didn't even see you, bro. I just saw you right now. What's up, Cramo? I said Camo. How are you doing, brother? How are you sleeping on Gilbert Grape? Okay, so Gilbert Grape is okay. I watched it a while back ago, but I was never that like mesmerized by it, you know? Titanic though. Bro, I saw Titanic like 7 months ago. I just pulled it up on Amazon because I felt like watching it. And it was good, man. It was good. Amit, do spaces on Twitter. Bro, I have 3,400 followers on Twitter. I should do spaces. I don't do them that often. Cause like, I don't know, if no one joins, it's really awkward because you're literally there talking to yourself. So I feel like you have to have a plan with spaces. You got to have someone you want to do it with, and then you got to start it. But yeah, I should do more spaces. Epic Outlet, I'm up. What's up? When Amit was in Young Love, it was 2 years ago. So I guess that's Young Love. You're up 130% on NPR. Is that the, I forgot what NPR is. I heard of it a while ago. What's up, Mike? How are you? Blood Diamond, that was not like the best movie in the world to me. Blood Diamond was, I don't know. Blood Diamond, I mean, it's a lot of action. I don't know how interesting it was. Astra should run tomorrow on launch. Yo, I'm about to go to Astra right now. Owen loves this stock so much, and I don't get it. Are you guys saying it's running because there was some news that came out about space rockets? Because, like, yeah, it's down. I mean, it's down bad, but the whole market's down. But, like, what's the unique thing to Astra? I don't know. I don't know about that one. I mean, Owen really loves it, so I gotta go deeper into that. Django. I forgot about Django. Django Unchained was good. It was pretty good. Now, I don't think Leo, like, his role in there was, like, important and special, but, like, a movie like Inception or Wolf of Wall Street, to me, that's, like, different. That's, like, different, bro. It's different. LOL, I feel like you're growing up fast, Amit. You're doing great things. I miss Owen. First of all, I appreciate you, Showcat. I miss Owen, too. He's at, like, a poker tournament or something. I'm like, why is he at a poker tournament? They have launch tomorrow. Okay, but does that mean the stock goes up because they have launch tomorrow? Like, why is that relevant, necessarily? Because, like, just because the stock goes up. I'm not sure. Did you see Baba stock? Yeah, let's go back to Baba. Who has Baba? Be honest. Don't shy away from it. You've got to be honest. Who has Baba? 77. It closed below 80. I didn't even know that. That is rough. Goodness gracious. Baba down 70, below 80. Bruh. Like, this is insane, bro. Like, this stock, like, this is like what Buffett bought it at, or Munger bought it at 132 because he thought it was undervalued. Well, if you like it at 132, this is wild, bro. I don't get it. That's wild. Like, absolutely insane. Insane to a different level. You have Baba at 82. That's a decent average. Yo, everything money. We gotta see what. Let's watch some of their videos. We gotta see what they're talking about Baba. Hold on, I think they did a video the other day, or like today, about Baba, or like on Sunday or something. Let's watch it live. We gotta see their thesis. The only reason we're watching is we gotta understand why they're still in Baba. We gotta see it. All right, guys, we gotta see it. I need to know what's so great about Baba. Okay, here we go. This is about like 3-4 minutes. We'll listen to it.
Earnings per share estimate for the next several years. Baba dropped last year 18%, but it has growth every single year, double-digit growth basically until 2027, according to estimates. Now, remember, these are analyst estimates. They need to be taken with that in mind, right? So right now, Alibaba's at what price?
$92.
Yo, did you hear the way he said that, bro? $92. Why do you say $92? I'm not even trying to make fun of him, but it sounds like he's just salty. Like, it's $92. It's not $92. It's 77, bro. Not 92
In 2027, that's basically 6 times what it's at. Okay, revenue. What's Alibaba? Alibaba revenue is expected, according to analysts, to go to $340 billion by 2030. It's at 135 last year. I just look at this going, if you didn't know the price of the stock for 10 years, and this is all you knew, would you buy this company at a price that was less than the last year's revenue? Of course.
Here's the question. Do you know if that company is in China or the United States? He's like, all right, the numbers. Like, would you buy this company or not? Look at this number, right? Revenue estimate. 135 billion, 156, 178, 190. Boom, 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 boom. Keeps growing, keeps growing, keeps growing. But do you know where the company is located? And like, these guys are super logical. And guys, I'm not even against the whole Chinese stock. Like, I don't even that's not even my angle when it comes to stocks. I'm just saying, like, sheesh. Like, I mean, that's a big question, right?
You would.
We got that comment in our last Alibaba videos. Just buy this and then flip off the internet for a long time.
100%. The best thing that can happen to all of us, including me, is to turn the internet off. And that's why a lot of value investors, Guy Spear talks about this. He goes, I don't have a Bloomberg terminal to sit at. I have it in a very obscure place in my office, so I have to get it, and I don't even put a chair there. He doesn't put a chair there, so he has to stand up, so it's uncomfortable. Doesn't sit there, keep looking at his prices. Now, I have the benefit, I have a big short on QQQ, the NASDAQ. So every single time this thing goes down, probably the NASDAQ is down, and I'm making money anyhow. That's helped me weather the blow of Facebook and Baba emotionally. Like a day like today, I should have been up a couple $100,000, and I was only up like 100,000. Why? Because of Baba and Facebook.
So he has a short on the NASDAQ tech sector, which is the QQQ. That's basically like the biggest index of tech stocks. So he's making money off shorting that, which is reasonable. It's a good hedge. But he's losing money on the flip side on Baba. So it's like, interesting. I don't know. So that's his strategy. All right. So I mean, like, it's a decent strategy, right, to hedge against your Baba losses. But if Baba was going up, that short would be worth less. But obviously, the Baba game would probably be worth a lot more.
But again, my outlook on Baba is the exact same. Do I think that China is going to stop the number one company to come out of China? No. Do I think the VIE structure is as bad as they say? No. Do I think they have a lot of potential for the future? Absolutely. Do I think they're going to make a lot more money 10 years from now than today? Yes. Let's look at Baba on the stock analyzer tool. Okay. Let me blow some minds here.
Did they really just use that emoji? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Okay, well, anyway. Yeah, so they're sticking to the numbers. That's their goal. And, you know, again, I've never bought into Baba, so I don't have anything to say about it, like, from that perspective. But, hey, the Chinese argument at the end of the day is what you gotta.
But again, my outlook
on. Weird flex, but okay. He should have just bought Palantir, bruh. These guys will not, bro. They said to buy Palantir at $3. I was like, all right, bruh. That's what. Sometimes you got to agree to disagree with people, bro. Sometimes you got to agree to disagree. Astronaut Wizard, hi, Amit. Hello, Astronaut Wizard. Someone said love from India. I think Unkit. Hello. Thank you so much for being here, Unkit. Appreciate it. They bought at 180. Yeah, they did buy at 180. So, I mean, they're down. They won't get delisted. Yeah, I agree. I don't think they will get delisted. It's just that fear and that perception is rough. And, like, then again, you never know. That's what I'm saying. Then again, you never know. China wouldn't make a top Olympic athlete disappear either. That is true, Camo. That is true. Non-Chinese cannot buy Chinese stocks. What do you buy in the U.S. is stocks of holding companies that have contracts that may or may not be binding to receive equivalent value to stocks. Yeah, that is true. And again, that VIE structure, that's the hard part to understand here. I mean, not the hard part to understand. That's the hard part to reconcile with if you really do believe in, like, the value of the company long term. Granted, I don't think it's the biggest deal in the world either. It's just funny because these guys hate growth stocks, but, like, Baba's down bad. Like, Baba's down more than 100% now, right? If they bought it at 180. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, that's not possible. Yeah, but, like, it's down bad. It's down. Baba's down. And it's down from 300. It's down really bad. If it's at $3, I'll sell a kidney. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get there. I mean, maybe, but it would be rough to see us get there. How about your opinion on Ripple XRP taking over the Swift network payment system? Isn't Ripple like a cryptocurrency? That's not taking over. That's not taking over Swift, bro. Like, this whole idea of like the United States getting more friendlier to cryptocurrencies and all this stuff, we're a long way away, in my opinion, for any of that stuff having any realistic impact. And there actually being like some mainstream adoption from a technology perspective. You gotta remember, if crypto is decentralized, the government is the most centralized authority on the planet. I don't think logically the government has an incentive to decentralize their currency. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So at that point, if they don't have an incentive to look at my hair right now. Yo, look, I look like Jimmy Neutron, bro. I'm about to pull that up right now. But I was about to say, if the government doesn't have incentive to decentralize anything because they want power, because they're the government, then I don't know why everyone's so excited that they're getting happier on crypto. This is what I look like right now, bro. Tell me I don't look like this. Tell me I don't look like this right now. No one screenshot this and put it on Twitter. If you do, you got to tag me. @AmitIsInvesting. Look at this, bro. Tell me. My hair is not perfectly swirly like that. That's the problem. But it still looks like that to some extent. So yeah, I don't see the cryptocurrencies necessarily doing what people think they're gonna do. Fair enough. Enjoy your opinion. It's a cross-border payment system. Again, if it's decentralized, bro, it's decentralized. You got to remember that it's decentralized. Like, central authorities don't want to decentralize anything. Like a cross-border payment system that's not decentralized could work, like Swift. But if it is decentralized, then it's harder. Are you calling yourself a genius? It looks like a toupee. It does look like a toupee, right? It looks like a toupee. Are you calling yourself a genius? I am not. I don't have the balls to call myself a genius. You guys are saying Swift is a cross-border payment system. That doesn't mean it's decentralized. You got to remember that. Like, a decentralized cross-border payment system is fundamentally different than the centralized nature of Swift. Swift is still centralized at the end of the day. You have to remember that. And the reason they got if it was truly decentralized, guys, you couldn't ban Russia from it. Right? That you can't ban Russia from a decentralized, because there's no banning, right? There's no central authority that controls the inflows and outflows of money through the Swift infrastructure. I did research on Swift. So the nature of my point is, if you do it through Ripple and cryptocurrencyized a cross-border payment system that's decentralized, why would governments have an incentive to use it? That's my thing. Now, Zach, you're saying XRP is not decentralized at all, but isn't that the whole ethos of XRP? Like, that's the point. Like, if it's like, I agree with you. A lot of cryptocurrencies are not decentralized, but if the whole point of it is to be a decentralized, or the whole like ethos of it is decentralized, it's the perception of how governments would use it in the first place. That's my point. How old are you and what age did you start investing? I'm 24. I started investing at 21. Not super successful at it, by the way. So super transparent and super honest, but I'm learning and I'm trying to get there along the way, just like everybody else. Sorry, guys. I'm getting messages from someone, and I should probably respond to them. I don't know if they're watching anymore. Upstart thesis omit. Upstart is a horrible, unethical AI lending company. And I don't think it's a good company at all. I got 95% in Palantir, and I couldn't be happier to go down these levels. I really hope we stay at these low prices for as long as possible. My average is $20. I've been buying all week. Yeah, I believe. I believe Palantir is an amazing buy at these prices. I think the stock price. Oh, we got to watch this. Love more. First of all, thank you for the super chat, $5. I'll follow you specifically for your wild hair. Thank you so much for the super chat. Means a lot to me. You should do corn rolls if Palantir hits $9. Didn't Drake just do corn rolls? That's wild. Sadly, I'm getting married in 3 months, so I can't get into Palantir with big and bounce as much as there are things. But yeah, that makes sense. I mean, to each their own for their finances. Jeff Bezos, the stock is not the company. We got to watch this, guys. This is a good. Let's watch this clip. This is for anyone who's struggling right now with their stock investment. Please listen to this, especially if you have conviction on your companies. 2 minutes and 51 seconds. It will help you today.
What propelled you to sell things more than books?
We after books, we started selling music, and then we started selling videos, And then I got smart, and I emailed 1,000 randomly selected customers and asked them, besides the things we sell today, what would you like to see us sell? And that answer came back incredibly long-tailed. The way they answered the question was with whatever they were looking for at that moment. So like I remember one of the answers was, I wish you sold windshield wiper blades because I really need windshield wiper blades. And I thought to myself, we can sell anything this way. And then we launched electronics and toys and many other categories over time. And the vision became, because you read the original business plan, it's just books.
Your stock at one point, I think, went to $100, but then it went down to $6 or something like that.
At the peak of the internet bubble, our stock peaked somewhere around $113. Okay. And then after the...
Look at that, $113, peak of the internet bubble. Now watch what happens.
Internet bubble, busted open, our stock went down to 6. It went
113 to 6, and this is his reaction.
From 113 to 6 in less than a year. My annual shareholder that year starts with a one-word sentence, and that one-word sentence is the word ouch.
So most of those internet companies of the dot-com era are out of business.
Yeah.
You survived. What was it that made you to survive, and virtually the rest of them are gone?
That whole period is very interesting because the stock is not the company, and the company is not the stock. And so as I watch...
Boom. The stock is not the... That's just a profound line. And that's how I feel about Palantir. Now, I don't feel like that about Roku or DraftKings or Coinbase. I feel like that about Palantir. Now, you may have that thesis based on those companies. It's whatever. Maybe Upstart, Owen. But the stock is not the company. The company is not the stock. With Palantir, they just put out a white paper today as well. I'm going to do some videos on it tomorrow. 3,300 employees worldwide, signing new deals every week, new partnerships. The stock price growing 41% year over year. The stock price does not reflect the reality of the growth potential of this company. Valuations are compressed. Interest rates are going up. Obviously, the cost of borrowing money becomes harder, even though Palantir has no debt on their balance sheet. Like, to me, it doesn't reflect the nature of the company, and we have to be okay with, over the next year, dealing with that reality.
Watch the stock fall from 113 to 6. I was also watching all of our internal business metrics, number of customers, profit per unit, everything you can imagine, defects, etc. Every single thing about the business was getting better and fast. And so as the stock price was going the wrong way, everything inside the company was going the right way. And we didn't need to go back to the capital markets. We didn't need more money. The only reason, a financial bust like the internet bubble bursting is, makes it really hard to raise money. But, we already had the money we needed. So we just needed to continue to progress.
Well, Wall Street kept saying, well, Amazon's not making any money. They're just getting customers. Where's the profits? Where are the profits? And Wall Street kept beating you up on that. And your response was, I don't really care what you think?
Amazon was, people always accused us of selling dollar bills for 90 cents and said, look, anybody can do that and grow revenues. That's not what we were doing. We always had positive gross margins. It's a fixed cost business. And so what I could see is that from the internal metrics is that at a certain volume level, that we would cover our fixed costs and the company would be profitable.
So his argument was like, look, I could see that in a fixed cost business, it's like, let's say our fixed costs are $90. If we make $91, we're profitable. Boom. So he's like, all right, we have these fixed costs. All we need to do is like deal with those and get beyond those, right? Reach profitability and we win. So he's like, all right, everything's growing. All of our KPIs, all of our metrics are showing that things are good. KPIs are key performance indicators that are internally within a company. And then the stock price is getting demolished. So it's like Wall Street doesn't recognize that what we're doing inside is growing and working. And eventually we'll have to recognize that. But as long as we're growing and everything is good and we're reaching profitability, then we're going to be fine. Even with the stock price tanking. And I think it's really an amazing story of just leadership for someone to have that much confidence and faith and assure shareholders. And that's what Kathy has to be doing right now for her shareholders to get them to deal with this stuff that's going on right now. What other stocks you have beside Palantir? PPBT, it's a purple biotech stock. Purple biotech is the name of it. Check it out. I like that stock a lot. It is getting decimated, but I like it. I sold my Facebook Saucy Frito for Palantir, and I sold it at 216, which was a good sell I got out of it. I should have sold it at 240 and just took the L, but I took the L later. What about Upstart? You should ask Owen about that stock. I think he can tell you a bunch of things about Upstart. No, Upstart is an AI-based lending company, and their moat is like they can give like personalized loans based upon their proprietary technology and charge really high interest rates as a result of that. Some people are saying it's kind of unethical. I don't know that much about them, but nonetheless, I'm not into them that much. That's all. Camo makes a good point. SBC and SPACs aside, boom, profitable. I made this point yesterday. I made this video. Hold on. I'm sorry I'm plugging my videos again, but I made this video today, actually. Right here. This is why Palantir does stock-based compensation. First of all, for people who haven't seen this, we need to talk about this real quick. This is what Palantir tweeted the other day. Look at this. Palantir's Joanna Peller, the UK health lead, has been named one of the Data IQ's most influential people in data for 2022. This person is a rock star in the UK health division of Palantir, and in in 2019 or 2020 when COVID was rough, she was doing a substantial work on COVID distribution and really helping out like their efforts with the UK, with the National Health Service. The recent news that came out that the National Health Service is saving 28% of time, which for tens of thousands of patients saves a lot of money. That's why they gave Palantir $34 million for a 2-year deal. So like she's one of the main leads operationalizing Foundry within the UK. She's one of the most influential people in data in 2022. This is why they give people like her stock-based compensation. Now, why does that matter for Palantir? Because if you take away the stock-based compensation, they are GAAP profitable, generally accepted principles profitable, at the tune of 29%, which means they made $1.5 billion in revenue. 30% of that, boom, you got $500 million in profit. Stock price is probably way higher than it is right now if they show a profit. But because of stock-based compensation, which in 2021 was about $768 million, which is a decrease from $1.2 billion in 2020, they are they're taking a net loss of negative 14%. So literally that is the only reason. It has nothing to do with the internal finances of the growth of the company and the revenue they're generating. It has everything to do with the stock-based compensation, which begs the question, why are they doing stock-based compensation? Well, Joanna Peller, being the most influential person in data in 2022, that's the reason they're doing that. And I believe that will decrease. And when that decreases over time, I think that's the missing part of the story Wall Street doesn't get. And when they get it, then they're going to buy the stock. And it's just that simple. And then we moon. That's the nature of how I think this all plays out at the end of the day. What about Lilium? Yeah, Lilium got hit today. Go watch my video on Lilium. It's being shorted. I can talk about it if you guys want to know more about it. But yeah, Lilium's being shorted by this research firm that says their jets are frauds. Now, are they correct? I don't know. We're going to find out. I have no clue. Maybe Palantir invested in a fraud. I don't think Palantir invested in a fraud personally, but we will see. Yo, people text you the funniest things, bro. What is your price to sell on Palantir, Amit? That's a good question. Put that in before I put my price. I'll put that in the chat. What is your price to sell? What is your price to sell? What is your actual price to sell? If Palantir gets to what number tomorrow is it your price to sell? It is okay, here we go. It would be a lot of money, especially you, Amit. What do you say? Y'all look into ATOMERA. All right, I'm gonna look that up right now. My price to sell on Palantir would probably be like, I don't know, 200. But like if it gets to 100 tomorrow, that's probably that's overvalued at the core. So like I think all of us would sell. But if it gets to like 50, 60 tomorrow, I'm not selling. Like that's just 500, 400, 500, 150. Yeah, like that's my thing. I'm pretty much going to like hold it for the next decade. But like if it goes to 200 in the next year, I think that's a 10x gain in a year. I probably would sell. I mean, I think most people would sell. But now here's the question, right? Tesla did that and then Tesla went even further. So like that's the question you got to think about. That like I wouldn't sell that quickly. Maybe I would sell a little bit, maybe like 20% of the portfolio. But if it gets to 200 in a year, which by the way is not happening. It's not getting to 200 in a year. But like if that did, you got to think, well, either it's hype to the extreme or there's a massive growth inflection here to the point where like people are not selling Tesla at $1 trillion market cap. People are buying Tesla at 1,000 and they were saying it's a value stock. So like if that's the question with Palantir, that's the question. Yeah, Camel says it would depend on the path of how we got to the price. Exactly. Like at $45, if you sold in February 2021, you're a genius because it absolutely had no reason being a $100 billion market cap three months after going public. That was just the market. And like you could have made a lot of money riding it down or buying it or selling it at 45. So when people say like always hodl and just buy the dip, that's not always true, right? You have to understand macro conditions. But I think now if it goes from 10 to 100, that's a 10x bagger. Like it's a question of how quick it goes and how does it ultimately happen at the end of the day. Jeremy picked up 5K shares I mentioned last week at 1045. Amazing stuff. 5K shares. At some point, Palantir will reach their SAM. If you never sell, you will get buried. What is SAM? Am I wrong on this? What I don't know what SAM is. I feel like that's an easy acronym that I'm forgetting right now. Been in ARK since under 30. I'm telling you, ARK is about to bounce. Yeah, Saucy Fredo. I don't agree with that. When you send me, like, bro, Kathy is on the phone with investors as per the new Reuters article that came out today. Like, not begging them, but she's like, hey, we're going to be fine. Just got to trust in us. I don't think it's about to bounce. Not with anything that's going on right now. I think it will come back. I just don't think it's, when you say about to bounce, you got to take away the about to. It's not, no, that's not happening. Not in my opinion. Maybe. Serviceable, addressable market. Owen, you're so annoying, bro. Like, just why are you using? You guys. I need everyone to congratulate Owen. He made it to some competition today. I don't know what he did. He tweeted that he got first place or he made call. I don't know. Owen did something at some competition. So everyone just say congrats to Owen today. AWS is $1 trillion market cap, and Palantir is supposed to disrupt this. So there you go. That's true. I mean that's my like, guys. When Sham said that Foundry is going to be AWS. And that's not a lot of BS. You're trying to analyze what is he talking about. And he's saying, wait a second, developers are going to build applications on top of Foundry, and it is going to be the integral infrastructure of an IT tech stack for all companies going forward. And it is going to be more faster, more efficient, more operationalized, AI at the edge, machine learning. You've got all these interoperability elements to it. It's like, wait a second, if they pull that off, and like the reason you're alive is to bet on companies like that. Like, at least that's how I feel. No matter what age you're at. Like, if you have some money, the reason you're alive is to bet on companies like that are going for the big things. At some level, you got to take some risk. So, like, and that's the thing. If they're able to pull off this Foundry for AWS thing, and who else to do it versus them, you know, that's why I'm betting on them. First of all, Kelly, you said congratulates Owen. I don't know what that is. So thank you for messing up your congratulations, because I don't know who Owen is. But what are your thoughts on Wejo? Wejo, I'm interviewing the CEO of Wejo in 2 weeks. I like Wejo. I wouldn't necessarily buy the stock yet because I don't know enough about their internal finances. I would rather buy Palantir, get more exposure to them. But Wejo could be a baller if Wejo actually picks up. Like, if Wejo recovers from a lot of the SPAC stuff, Wejo can be an absolute baller. I believe so. Because they're dealing with connected vehicle data and electric vehicles and electric charging stations for vehicles, and the EV industry is only growing exponentially. So if they're able to provide the data infrastructure for companies to be able to integrate with the EV emerging industry, you've got something big coming up. That's how I think about it. That's how I conceptualize these things. So yeah, that's it. All about the green. Thank you for the super chat. 199. Use your big brain on Adam D&D, please. Thanks. Is that the stock ticker? I'll pull it up, the stock ticker. Let me know what's the stock ticker. Adam D&D. I think this is the thing you're talking about, right? Atomera. Atomera has created a patented quantum engineered material called mere silicon technology, which enhances transistors to deliver significantly better performance in today's life. So they're like almost like a semiconductors play. They're creating raw materials for technologies. Are they public? Company management. Oh, investors. Here we go. Stock information. What's their stock? What's their ticker? Okay, I'm just gonna copy and paste this. I don't know why it doesn't say the ticker. Let's put this into Weeble. Okay, how long have they been public? They've been public since 2016. Oh, wow. So they went public at $9. Stayed flat down. Yo, February 2021 was insane for, look at this, $47. for like this stock that's probably relatively unknown. February 21 was so insane for every stock, bro. Everything. That's when Bitcoin got to 69, right? Or like close to that. And now it's back down. Well, it's definitely back down to reality. So that's one thing. Yeah, I mean, it looks interesting. We can do some more digging on that, but you know, technologies for like raw materials, those are always interesting stocks to me because at some level they almost trade like commodities at some point, right? Or do they trade like more like tech companies? That's the question. That's the question. Tim Will says I still don't get Roku, bro. I don't get it either. That's ARK's third position now. Weejo gets acquired probably at this rate. I don't think Weejo's trying to, from what I've heard from the interview for the CEO, I don't think he wants to get acquired. I think they're really trying to go for it. But like, yeah, I could definitely see them getting acquired. Talk about a firm, bro. A firm I don't get. I was talking about that in the morning. I don't get why buy now, pay later is so revolutionary. Like, I don't get it at all. I don't know why people care about it. So, yeah, I'm not buying it. I was gonna buy a firm at $90 because I was getting in the hype of it, and I just didn't because I was just like, well, what's like again? I didn't understand the company's thesis. I was like, it's a fintech. First of all, their CEO is amazing. CEO, founder, management, absolutely incredible, rock star. But I'm a little bit confused what the market opportunity is for buy now, pay later. I don't get it necessarily. XOM is confirmed. Palantir client. Yeah, I'm gonna go deep into the white paper they came out with. Let's go on Twitter, guys. Let's go through the Twitter feed. Let's see what's trending on the Twitters of the world. First of all, SpaceX completed a 20 years of their they've been out for they've completed 20 years of their business. So that's awesome. Shout out to SpaceX. These are clients of Palantir that are confirmed. These are all the ones we know. ExxonMobil is the newest one that got confirmed. As you can see, this came from their white paper that just came out. And as you can see, copyright 2022 Palantir Technologies at the bottom. They are working with ExxonMobil, world's biggest oil and gas company. ExxonMobil, they are working with them. There we go. Look, there's me. By the way, guys, @AmitIsInvesting on Twitter. Check it out. Fun time. Look at this is funny. The SoFi CEO eating up his company's stock. This guy was buying up a ton of shares. Anthony Noto. This guy is legit. This guy's legit. Bloomberg said today that RKK was down more than 40%, but has seen inflows of over $1 billion in the past month. Yeah, so like Kathy's selling. Selling as in she's being a saleswoman for the fund. She's going out to investors and like, hey, we're in deep value. And investors are believing her. She's going to have to execute against that thesis. Is she correct or not? That's what we will see. And I think she will be correct. It's just a question of how correct she will be. I think growth is obviously going to come back. It's a question of are her growth stocks going to come back? I just don't know if we get, like, you got to remember, ARK went up to 170 in the greatest bubble since 2001. As you can see, if you look at any stock in their chart in February, it was insane. Insane. And I don't know if we get that bubble again. I just don't, like, even if you buy every argument she's making on inflation or whatever, I don't know if we get that bubble again. And because I don't think we get that bubble again, I don't know how big the thing gets to in the future. So that is the question. All right, guys, I got to be out. I've been streaming for an hour. I slept 2 hours last night, literally, because I was up late at night with a meeting with a very important person. And more information and details will be on that in the future, but he wanted to meet at 2 a.m. I was like, all right, we got to meet at 2 a.m. Had that meeting. So now I got to get some sleep. I will be up Monday morning, 9:15, stock market live open. Let's see how much blood there is left in the morning. So please join us. Please give the video a like before you leave. Definitely appreciate you guys coming through. Patreon in the description if you want to check it out. Stock market live opening tomorrow. Do we go lower? Does the NASDAQ grow past that 12,600 part that they are right now? Or does the SPY go down even another from 417? We're not that close. We're kind of close to the 300s. Do we get to that level or do we recover? And does the market sort of start to price in what a bottom looks like? We will ultimately see what happens. Join us next time on the live open market stream to figure out what happens tomorrow. And we will see what goes down. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the morning. Peace.